salty butter pop. Welcome. Thank you for hopping into this space and choosing to spend your sacred limited time on this planet with me. What a blessing. So we're rolling with the wind today, and I'm in my moment, and I did a brief mic check, but you know what? This is it. Oh, maybe I'll take the fanny off. Fanny be off. So I recently, well, maybe 8 weeks ago or so, I made this video about how I was feeling shitty. You should this, you should that. Why aren't you this? And it's not a good feeling to should yourself. It's just not, because it's not what's currently happening. It's creating this split between your soul and your spirit and your fleshy body. And so by practicing presence, you get a little less shitty, right? So I made the post of that period of time back, and then I didn't feel like posting it. It was like, I have no idea. It just didn't seem in flow. And then right before I came here, it was like, I'm feeling shitty again. And I'm like, I already made that post about being shitty, that video, and now I'm going to, post that. So I posted that sometime before I left for Honduras. And then the last 3 mornings, I have woken up at 6 and walked somewhere in this beautiful land and done a recording. So morning number 4, obviously I thought that was my routine. And I woke up in the morning and the alarm went off, and I was just like, I don't feel like recording a video right now. It's just not the moment. And this big part of my brain turned on, and it went, but you should. You should put something on the intranet for someone to enjoy today. You should move in your body. You should this, should that, should blah, blah, blah. And I caught myself in that moment, and I reminded myself there is no should. They're just what is. And what is right now is me not recording a class for the world. It is turning on my laptop, and it is me practicing Kundalini, because that's a new way of moving and embodying life force and energy and breath into our bodies that is calling to me right now. And I can't quite teach it yet. You know what? I probably could, but I'm not in a moment where that is what it is. So this is a really long, almost like personal journal spew that just came out of me of, I honored that moment of realizing I was being shitty and it's not necessary. I did the Kundalini. I went downstairs and I sat down for breakfast, and I had this massive revelation or realization that I found this, or was really beautified, mystified, enlivened by this patch of land along the beach on my way somewhere else yesterday. And it just, as I sat down, I thought of that land, and it clicked, and I was like, oh, that's what I'm doing today. I am recording on the beautiful land that I discovered yesterday, and that feels aligned. I'm so grateful I didn't try and force something just a minute ago, when this gives me just a really big yes, a full body yes. Rant done. I will have provided, well, this is unnecessary content, but I'll have provided a time to enter this video if you want to get straight to the yoga. So coming into your seat, if you haven't made it there yet, and wherever the palms have fallen, just notice where they've fallen, and inquire within what that might mean about your needs today. And let the eyes shut down and start to find length. And maybe it's in the spine, but maybe it's also from the shoulders to the elbows, from the elbows to the forearms. Breathing length into the palms, the base of the finger to the first knuckle, the first knuckle to the second knuckle, and the second knuckle through the whole fingertip, lengthening. Feeling that same space and length be created from your hip creases to your knees. From your knees to your ankle bones. From your ankle bones through the arch to the base of the toe. And from the base of the toe through both knuckles to the toe tips. Stretch your toes, feel the length from the bones. Take a full breath in, your whole body expanding. As you exhale, find a really deep bow through the spine, pulling the navel towards the back. And swaying the torso and head down, shoulders heavy. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, press through the palms, roll up, up, up you go. And then we're gonna find seated cat-cow. Exhale back, chin to chest, curve the spine. Inhale, forward, reach, lift, lengthen. Exhale back. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale back, last one. Feel a pause at the most deep part of the shape in your body. And then inhale, pull it forward. Feel a pause at the top. Roll the eyes up and back. And then gently release to neutral. And then we're gonna find some organic movement in the shoulders. The hands can become free. Maybe the arms are fully expressing as you roll the shoulders in any direction that makes sense to you. Maybe you try and pull them apart and then crunch them together, finding the contrast. Finding the edges of what's comfortable and what's just beyond. Any little crunchies. Take a full breath in. With an exhale, you're gonna keep the torso doing what it's doing, but you're gonna slowly shift onto your shins. Slow. Several breaths will get you there. And then up, up, up onto those shins. And stretch those arms way away from the body. And then shift your weight forward until your core really has to turn on. And tap the top of the feet on the earth. And then tap them a little faster. Big breath in. And as you exhale, ground the tops of the feet, set the hips down, and wrap the arms around the body. Notice which arm's on top. Inhale, pull forward, sit up, thrust forward. And then exhale, sit down, other arm on top, squeeze yourself. Inhale, forward we go. Exhale, back we go. 2 more times at your own pace. Playing with the boundaries of slowness. Beautiful, and then coming back to center. Start to walk your knees a little wider. And then bring the hands on the earth in front of you and start to shift around in the hips. Really notice the deep groin. You can roll the head around and make some neck circles at this time also. Beautiful, and then slowly seaweed to center. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, shift your hips forward until the toes are tucked. Breathe in, fill up. When you exhale, press the palms back until the knees lift. And when you get here, just find a little freedom here. Pick one foot up and step it back down and the other foot up, and kind of rotate around, letting one hand peel up at a time as you explore from side to side. Gorgeous. Now come through center, take a full breath in. As you exhale, start to shift your hips to the sky. Turn the heels out a little bit, or maybe they're just in line. The feet are facing forward. And let the knees have a subtle bend here as you wave the spine a little bit from side to side. Gorgeous. Now widen those feet just a tiny bit more and start to bend into the right leg, letting the arms reach up and over to the right. If it feels appropriate on your knees, your body, your intuition, you can come onto the knife edge of that right foot a little bit and pulse in. See if you can relax in the hip joint. For 3, for 2, take a full breath in. And as you exhale, slowly come through center. Pause at center and do a little figure 8 with the hips and a roll of the head. Full breath in. And exhale, shift into the other leg, staying really low. Finding your pulse, finding the knee opening if that's right for you. Take a full breath in. And exhale, slowly crawl back through center. And then for a few breaths here in this wide-legged forward fold, just let your hands explore. Maybe you grab your ankles. Maybe you pull through to the earth on the other side of your mat behind you. Maybe you play with tipping the weight forward and finding a headstand. If you have a really healthy neck, if your neck is in any way, giving you messages of not being perfect, then don't put weight on your neck upside down till maybe you know what's going on. Full breath in. Full breath out. Gorgeous. Start to release the hands from wherever they are. Bring them beneath your shoulders. Inhale, flat back, long spine. Exhale, ground the right palm, press in through the whole sole of both your feet, and inhale, slide your left hand up your right arm, across your chest, and up to the sky. Notice as you peel the arm up to the sky, that right hip wants to drop down. Kick it back, dropping the left hip in line with the right hip. This might mean that your arm is much less up. That's fine. If your hips are compensating, that's good for a time and a place to get that groin, but in this moment, we're trying to twist our torso. Take a full breath in, and exhale, slowly replace that left hand with the right. And this is an important transition. Let the right hand slide physically up the left arm, across the chest, and breathing it to the sky, keeping those hips in line. For 3, 2, full breath in, and exhale, slowly release. Gorgeous. Now bend in your knees a lot. Breathe in, flatten your back. And exhale, take your heels in, press in through the whole foot, and slowly fire up those sweet legs of yours until you are standing. Breathe in, reach those arms way up wide. You are a star. Now feel into your throat opening, lift through the chin, lift through the back of the neck. Send your hips forward just a little bit. Maybe the hips do a little tick-tock, that's nice. Roll the eyes into the back of the head, soften the eyebrows. Another breath here. And then exhale, slowly cactus arms down. Now maybe you bring the hips and knees parallel and the elbows stay parallel with the shoulders. Maybe for a moment you just make some fists and touch those knees to those elbows. Breathe in. And exhale, reach up, 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 up. Stay up, reach up. One more breath here. And as you exhale, make fists come down. Cactus, pause here or connect the elbows. Reach up, fill up. Exhale, elbows. Up we go. And down we go. Beautiful. Now pause with the elbows on the knees or pause with the elbows in line with the shoulders. And hold in for 3, for 2. Big breath in. Exhale, press up, reach up, smile up. And exhale, hands to heart, toe heel your feet together, stand nice and tall. If it feels right, pick one foot up, shake it. Pick the other foot up, shake it. Maybe you walk around the mat for a moment. It's easy when we're doing things that are maybe even challenging in movement to become rigid. So learning to teach yourself to take these breaks sometimes in your practice to shake out any rigidity that may have built while you're in your brain about your movement. All right, you know what? I'm gonna invite you to wet your whistle if you want. If not, you can just stand in mountain pose and feel how badass you are. All right, my darling dears, we're gonna just wind it back down. We'll create a little fire for our turn down. Oh, hello, tree. Okay, to the top of your mat with you. Inhale, take the arms up your body, up your side chest. Reach up, find a gentle back bend. And then exhale to center. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, start to drop your hips and your elbows. Keep your heels lifted. Now get to an area where you're like, whew, that's kind of hard to hold it still there. And then hold it still there. Discover a tremble in the legs. Create some fire for 3, 2, full breath in. And exhale, slowly drop that sweet tushy and pick the feet up. Keep the torso lifting. There we are. And you can stay in Navasana. You can really build into it. You can use your hands behind your legs. Maybe if you're feeling a little more relaxed about it, you can keep the legs up, but drop the forearms down. Options for 3. Options for 2. Take a big breath in. Exhale, change options. Maybe you place the hands behind you. Maybe you go down onto the forearms. Maybe you lift the legs higher for 3. For 2. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, cross the legs, sit down, and roll the spine out a few times. And then make some fists and take the hands to the back body and just kind of give yourself a gentle pounding. And then let the little fists of yours kind of be guided anywhere on your body as you're sitting here that you're like, ooh, that feels good there. Maybe it feels good there too. And pound around. All right. Once you feel good and pounded, invite the soles of your feet to connect. Coming into a butterfly, and then rock this butterfly, flutter this butterfly. Rock the boat, baby. Full breath in. And as you exhale, you'll rock to stillness and melt forward down. Yes. And we're here for 5. For 4. 3. For 2. And 1. Really find a little bit more depth as you exhale this whole breath out. And then slowly use a press of the palms on the insides of the knees and pedal yourself back up. Yum. And then tap into your inner child and go ahead and crab walk to the very top of your mat. How close can you get your hands to your feet? Take a breath in. And on your breath out, travel all the way back. How close can you get your feet to your hands? Breath in here. And exhale, crawl forward, set your sweet tush down in the middle. Breathe in here. Exhale, lift your hips to the sky. Breathe in here. Exhale, set your hips back down. Breathe in here. Exhale, send the legs long. If this doesn't feel good to you, put a bend back in the knees. Breathe in here. Exhale, plug the toes into the earth. Lift the hips. Breathe in here. Exhale, set the tushy down. Breathe in here. Exhale, sit the body forward, reach the arms forward, roll the wrists, breathe in here. And exhale, slowly recline all the way back into your final rest with love. Oh, just kidding. We're gonna kiss one more thing before we go lights out. Inhale, reach the arms overhead and just give yourself a wonderfully juicy body stretch. Tapping back into that energy of lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. And exhale slowly, arms down by your side. Finding any adjustments that you need to. Full round in. And exhale into your Savasana. Take a full breath in. Exhale, find a little more depth in your body. Inhale, find a full body stretch again, birthing into this new, cleansed, purified version of you. And then exhale, roll onto whatever side makes sense as you gently press yourself to a seat. And take a moment as you find this seat to explore around. Find a few arm stretches, another shoulder moment perhaps. Maybe a scalp massage. And then come to center and let the palms fall where they may. And let's seal this baby off with 3 full guttural expansive breaths together. In through the nose, out through the mouth. my sweet friend. Wow, wow, wow. Always a deep honor to get to this part in a conversation with you. Thank you for, ultimately creating this space for you to change your vibration in a really positive way and be trusting me to be the one to do it in this moment. So, thanks. Happy anything, everything. Let's be joyous for the rest of life. Just kidding. That's not practical. Now she's just speaking mumbo jumbo. All right, I digress. Hey, it's been lovely sharing time and space with you. If you liked this, want to share it for me, share it for the world, share it for us, subscribe, and whoa. And if you feel just so deeply compassionate and drawn to, you can send me a little tip on Venmo. Keep the inspiration coming. Thank you, and I'll catch you guys next time. And wait, hold on. On the way out, I'll give you guys a 360. Hello, Earth. Hello, incredible location. Thank you, land. Thank you, moving deep community. Thank you, Honduras. Thank you, Grampy. All right, bye, guys.